Hey everybody, how you doing today? Well, the RCMP has gone full Gestapo on us. And I'm not kidding. I'm not being hyperbolic. Well, okay, maybe I am. But I'm a former RCMP officer. I'm retired, and a lot of you probably know that if you're following me. But I don't just blindly follow or accept what the RCMP does as being perfect or even reasonable. Well, right now, the commissioner of the RCMP has gone off the deep end. He's violated every principle that a police officer should hold dear. What I'm talking about now is a primary use of a police force in a civilized society should be to protect people's rights, to protect them physically, to protect their property, and to protect their rights. Those are the primary functions of a police force, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of people think, well, it's just to enforce the law, write tickets, throw people in jail. No, it's to protect people, protect their rights. Mike DeHume, the commissioner of the RCMP, now wants additional laws written that will prevent you from criticizing politicians. I'm not making this stuff up. Specifically, he wants to outlaw invective language used towards politicians. So that would be like saying Trudeau is a rotten scoundrel. That's an example of invective language. Are you kidding me? He wants to outlaw that? He says that because the threshold of uttering threats is often not reached when people criticize the government, they need this new law. That is a complete violation of our right to free speech, freedom of expression. And personally, I think that politicians are the one class of people that are free game for criticism. Think about it. We pay them, but they control us, especially the liberals. And when a person is harming you by what they're doing in Ottawa, you should have every right to criticize them and use harsh language. Now, I don't agree with using rude comments against most people, and everybody has a line that they're not willing to cross. And for most people, their line is be polite. But then when it comes to politicians, that line moves, and it should move. Because as I said, we pay them, and when they harm us with their policies and their legislation, we have a right to criticize them. So if Jordan Peterson calls Trudeau a narcissist or an idiot, the commissioner wants that to be illegal. Right now, what the commissioner says they do is try to disrupt the language or the person by sending constables to that person's door. What they're saying is they don't want people to criticize politicians, so they're intimidating them because that's all they can do. Well, in my book, that's too much. There's a line not to cross. Don't threaten anybody. That's against the law. Don't use traditionally censored language like offensive language, swearing, and whatnot. That's against the law as well. They've already got a law against that. In public, you're not allowed to swear in public in Canada. A lot of people probably don't know this, but that's called disturbing the peace. That is a law in Canada. You're not allowed to threaten somebody. That's a law in Canada. You're not allowed to harass somebody. That's a law in Canada. And now he wants to prevent people from using invective language? What next? I don't think this is actually coming from him. I think it's coming from Trudeau, to be honest, because it's right up Trudeau's alley. We've seen it with Bill C-63 and a whole bunch of other things. So now Trudeau has plausible deniability. He can say, well, it wasn't my idea. Yeah, I'm not buying it. It's my opinion that this is Trudeau's idea, and it's my belief that this is going too far. But that's my opinion. I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. And while you're down there, make sure you hit the like button, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and while you're down there, you will see a link to a petition that I have created, and that petition calls on the Governor General Mary Simon to do her job, dissolve Parliament, and call an early election. So if you want an early election, sign that petition, and we'll see you on the next video.